Immigration might be one of the most hot-button issues in our modern political arena. It was made very popular to talk about by Donald Trump. People on the right are saying, yes, let's crack down on our border, make sure that things are secure, it's not porous, people aren't getting through. And the Democrats freaking out, acting as if he's Hitler, dystopian leader, locking down our borders, all these horrible negative things that are just not the case. In reality, he's just enforcing the law. But it's the talk of it is always, immigrants are coming over here and they're taking our jobs, or they're using welfare and they're illegal, so they're not paying back into the system, or they're doing these bad things. Maybe they're voting illegally and they're influencing our elections in a way that they don't have the right to as non-citizens. But that's not at the heart of the immigration debate. The heart of the immigration debate is people coming here and changing the substance of our nation without any assimilation. And what it really is, at the very foundation, at the core levels of the debate, illegal immigration and unfettered legal immigration too, it amounts to an invasion. Because these people come here and they don't have any time to assimilate. They just come in, and because of the immigration system currently and the illegal nature of what they're doing, they come in and they hide out in their pockets of their communities, and they retain their culture, they retain their practices, their communities from the old country, and they don't assimilate to the American way of life. They don't learn the American way of life. And then we have the liberal side of the aisle, and even the conservative aisle. Sometimes, if you consider like Jeb Bush a conservative, for example, you have them being coddled, saying, oh, it's an act of love for you to come here. Please continue speaking Spanish. There's no need to learn English. No need to, do any of the things that we do here. Please continue your practices just as you did them in your original home country. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It can't work that way. You see in Canada, America is often called a melting pot. Well, Canada is called a mosaic, and that's a much more apt term for what's happening with this unfettered immigration that's coming into the Western world, and particularly the Americas. A mosaic is a collection of tiny little pieces put together to create a mural, a piece of art, something like that. And they're not together. Paint and melting pots, it has this image of molding things together, things becoming one, but that's not what happens when you have all of this unfettered immigration without assimilation. They come in and they use their culture as leverage to change ours, because they come here. If you're coming to another country, why wouldn't you want it to be the same as it was when you got there? It's better for a reason. But they don't understand that it's better for a reason. They don't understand that the people who made it were better. Their culture was better. The Declaration of Independence is better than the Mexican government and how it was set up. The Constitution is a better set of laws than the laws that govern Mexico. The people who execute the Constitution and the rest of the law of the land are better at doing so than the Mexican people who are doing that. It's just a difference in culture. It's a difference in ideas. It's a difference in the substance of the nation and who makes it up. Because here we have a value for the rule of law. Culturally, the Mexican people don't have as much of a value for the rule of law. So maybe they're willing to take bribes here and there. Maybe they're willing to do this or that, allow corruption to fester. And what you have eventually is an all-out hellhole. It's just a free-for-all down there. 114 Mexican politicians have been killed since September. Do you know the last politician that we had killed? I can't remember a recent politician that was killed. Now, the closest thing is Representative Steve Scalise, who was shot at a baseball field by a radical leftist. But other than that, it's not really a problem that we have here in the United States. So it comes down to the substance of the people. It's not just about their voting. You can look at their voting habits, but their voting habits represent who they are. They want more stuff without putting more into the system. That's who the people are that are coming across our border illegally. And that's what we have to look at. It's fundamentally changing the substance, the makeup, the thread of our nation. We should be bringing here people that want to work hard, people that want to pay back into the system, people that care and they want to be Americans, not people who value, their own ancestry and their own countries. Like, they shouldn't want to bring their old ways here. They can be happy, oh yeah, my ancestors did this, but they should not want to replicate here what their ancestors did back in Mexico or wherever else, China for that matter, anywhere. It just so happens that the biggest problem immigration-wise that we have is Mexico. So that is the core of the immigration issue is diluting the population, diluting the ideas native to this country with people who are not native to this country and frankly do not hold the same ideas and principles as us. My name is Jake Lloyd, reporting for Infowars.com.
One of the most incredible cups of coffee can be found in the high mountains of southern Mexico, where the Chiapas farmers have spent years perfecting their techniques. Based off hundreds of years of traditional techniques and perfect conditions, we've sourced only the best to provide you with our immune support and Wake Up America Patriot Blend coffee. Ancient Mayan knowledge is paired with the natural fertility of the land to generate the world's finest coffee bean, carefully harvested and free of toxic chemicals used in big agricultural productions. Patriot Blend coffees have a smooth, bold flavor with great depth to give you just what you need in the morning. You can even choose to start your morning healthier with the Immune Support Blend, infused with a powerful blend to support your immune response and stamina. It's time to take care of your morning routine. Get a bag of Patriot Blend coffee to support the show while enhancing your morning routine at InfoWarsStore.com.